We're live?
Boom. We're live.
Actually?
Actually live.
Did you run the intro?
Yeah, I said I'm running the trailer.
Oh. So we're actually we're
I
game.
still see a black screen though.
Do you? Oh, I'm so stupid because I don't have it in. There we go. I had it in studio mode because I was trying to fix Grix, who is now the Goblin Sorcerer, who
Amazing.
is just going to be there for now.
That's awesome.
That's such a good Grix placeholder.
I actually, listen, don't go back and watch the first 8 minutes of the stream because I was in studio mode for a little bit, then I wasn't in studio mode for a little bit, so then I was fixing Simo's cam on stream while it was happening with no sound, no nothing happening. It was just Simo, a one-up of Simo, and
Yeah, he was the only thing on the screen.
this really threw me through a loop, guys. Ethan really, he was in my stream today, and then he has the audacity to not show up. He probably got in trouble because he said he watched all of Moon Knight while he was at work, and he was watching my stream.
I thought you said he had a tough job.
Yeah.
How does he have
Thought he
the
worked
attention
hard.
span for that?
I don't know. And I had a whole dialogue scribbled in here, written out to have a conversation with Grix today, and now I won't get to.
Aw. You write out the combos that you want to have?
I write like what I want to say, or like what I like to remind myself, like, hey, this is what happened, and this is what Milo would want to talk about.
Nice, that's really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's gonna talk to
I
me.
just wing it.
That is a great pun if it was intended.
Nice. Yes.
Yes and no. I have made that joke a couple times.
Okay.
So sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Okay. Well, you silly nerds. I'm so ready for today. Let's just go. Okay. I was not expecting to be blindsided into starting, but let's just dig in. So,
We told you.
huh?
We told you. Now you guys said let's start without him.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think you were just gonna you would just hit go as soon as I said
so
that.
I guess like the issue is that I had the starting soon on for like the last 15 minutes.
Oh, I see.
It just allows like the
that's the
friends to
problem.
get in there and hang out and be chilling. So I was like already kind of live. So when I said, hey, I'm doing the thing, that meant like, hey, here comes the trailer. And
okay.
there goes Simo, Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Wait, what's the neighbors? What's the neighbors?
I don't know, Wilson or something probably.
Wilson, that's right. Okay, all right. So let me remember what you guys did last time. Oh yeah, that's right. You took over the house. You had a weird argument about where to put bodies for like 15 minutes. You had a weird argument about how to tie up Sanballat for like another 10 minutes. And then you finally achieved your objectives. You tied up Sanballat. You dealt with some of the bodies. You put them in the kind of pseudo cold storage. And then Wyatt and Milo ended up walking back to Saltmarsh, having a little bit of a conversation with Anders, whereupon they found out that he was willing to kind of clear the ship's name if you decide that and allow you to keep it if you decide that that is a route that you want to go down in terms of dealing with the Sea Ghost, which is the name of the ship. You've learned a couple of things. One of the primary things is the kind of signaling system for when the Sea Ghost is off the shore of the haunted house there, how you signal through that one clean window, and then eventually what they'll do is send a boat your direction while you send a boat their direction, and you start offloading the goods into the house. You have not yet concocted a plan as to what you're going to do, or whether or not it sounds like you want to commit to doing something about it. So
Over. Stop. Come here.
we'll see what ends up happening. I think for now we were planning on because we ended with Milo and Wyatt talking to Anders. I was planning on going back up to the other three at the start, but just to give that little bit of extra time for Ethan to pop back in, let's actually start down in Saltmarsh and cross our fingers that Grix comes back, if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah.
I did forget one other thing to mention, just in case, so everybody kind of remembers all this. The part of the conversation with Anders also included that, it's about 8 days from now that the Sea Ghost is planning on coming back, according to Sanballat. And so he said that over the next couple of days, he would send kind of care packages to make sure that you guys could sustain yourselves, and hopefully slip in a couple of extra goodies for you guys. Though again, everything's kind of off the records here, so whatever he can get will not be coming out of the storage of Saltmarsh itself.
Yeah.
So that's where you guys are at. the conversation with Anders is kind of coming to a close here. If there's anything else you need to say to him, absolutely be my guest. Otherwise, he's kind of looking on at you all, at the two of you, happy as a clam as you accept the kind of responsibility of dealing with this issue. So, gentlemen, if there's nothing else...
You said we would be paid for just having cleared out the mansion. Is that now or later that we should be expecting that?
That's a good point. I can certainly send you with the money now, or I can keep it here with me so that it's still back in town. But it's totally up to you. You can keep it on yourselves if you'd like.
Honestly, Milo, I don't think it matters all too much. I think we can just leave it be here and then as a group collect it. That way, if we do get stuck up that good old boat, it's not Andrew's money tied up in an old mansion up north.
Yeah, I guess I was more inquiring. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to know for the sake of we've done the first part of the job. I guess that was what I was trying to clarify. I'm fine with that. Let's keep the gold here until we kind of all settle back this way. Yeah.
Well, I can assure you it's in safe hands with me, and it will be waiting for you when you get back. No problem. We'll keep it safe for you.
Wyatt, is there anything, before we head back, is there anything that you wanted to take care of here in town?
Yeah, well, let's walk and talk. We'll figure things out. Thank you, Anders, once again. And we'll keep in touch.
Absolutely. We'll send somebody up in a couple of days, like I said, and make sure to send them back with maybe a note of whatever else you might be thinking you need. Best of luck, and sounds like it's going to be a tricky situation, so we'll all be rooting for you down here. Well, at least the 5 of us will be.
Yep. Before we do take off, Anders, would you happen to know where Ida is at the moment?
Oh, yeah, she should just be, I'm going to assume she's up at the beach. I think she was just taking in a little bit of extra information. We've got that whole section kind of quarantined off right now.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Best of luck.
Much obliged. I'll just head out.
I will follow.
Are you guys heading straight north, or are you like out of town, or are you stopping at Ida?
Milo.
Yes.
I'm gonna, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna take the assumption that you wanna have a quick chat with Ida before we head out.
Yeah, I had sent the people that were kind of forced to work under Sambalette, whatever their situation was. I sent them this way to speak with her. So I since we're here, I figured I'd quickly run it by her. If they're not or haven't shown up already, give her a heads up that people will be coming this way. I thought at the very least they seemed more like nomads, but with us being gone, a couple extra hands probably couldn't hurt. So I just wanted to run that by her real quick.
Do you mind if I join you? I think, to be quite honest, it makes a little bit of sense to maybe even run by this idea about her too. I know Anders is kind of in full control, but maybe he's keeping it under wraps until we're done.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. I think Ida's ideals pretty heavily align with Anders, being traditionalists alike. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. Let's run it by her as well.
All right, well, let's go give her a little look-see.
Cool. And then we'll head up to the beach.
Okay. So up there you actually find Ida just kind of on her own. It looks like there's a little bit of a makeshift gate and fence situation set up with kind of like old sticks and logs that have just been kind of planted into the ground just to section it all off pretty haphazardly. And she seems to just be stick her up here. Just kind of walking up and down the beach, collecting different things, looking at the water, kind of a little bit aimless, honestly, as you look at her on your way up.
I'll call out to her. Ida.
Oh, Milo, you're back. I heard that you had come back early, and things weren't really going quite as planned. How are things now?
I'll look to Wyatt. Better. Things are better now. We have a pretty good handle on the situation, I think. In our second visit to the mansion, we had run into some people. Before I continue, is there anybody around, or is it just kind of Ida here? Or...
It's just her.
Okay. We had run into the group that, if you heard, kind of chased us off the first time. And I had actually sent a couple of people this way to speak with you. I wanted to check in with you before we head back up to see if they've arrived yet.
The two strangers that were walking around town. Yes, I think it seems like they were planning on going unnoticed, but I keep a close eye on all the faces, so I can speak to them. They haven't come to me quite yet.
Okay. Yeah, kind of given the history, I would understand any bit of apprehension. But after the stories that we've kind of heard from the entirety of the group that we've run into, it seems there is a bad power at hand that has been forcing some people to do some bad things. And since a handful of us are obviously busy, I thought maybe sending a couple extra hands down here could help around the docks where we're missing some of that firepower, I guess. But yeah, they seem to be wrong place, wrong time, and I thought maybe we could give them a second chance here.
Give me a persuasion check here.
Dude, I didn't do my dice trick today. I don't know what dice to roll, so we'll see, dude. If I roll like shit, I'm logging off, and I'm putting a little fucking thing up there for Grix, and you can jump over to the mansion. Persuasion, you said?
Persuasion.
Okay, not bad. Persuasion 16.
16? Okay. Well, they obviously aren't coming from the type of group that we would normally accept people in from, but if you're vouching for them, I don't see why we can't give them a chance.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Yeah, I just thought it could be some extra help and a way for them to... They said they are kind of traveling and, again, nomadic and kind of do their own thing from job to job, place to place. But I figured if we maybe give them a spot to settle down and find some stability, it can kind of break up that chain of them getting, caught in the wrong place at the wrong time and dealing with the wrong people. Speaking of, so we've kind of taken care of things at the mansion, but there's still more to be done. Wyatt, I didn't know if you wanted to jump in here and maybe fill Ida in with kind of what our next steps are.
Sure. I'd be delighted. Pleasure to meet you once again, Ida Owlin. Well, see, there were a couple of people, bad boys, what you gonna do? They were in the mansion trying to figure out the alchemist's little secrets. We did end up kind of getting to the bottom of something. But the leader, Sam Billette, doesn't seem to, he had seen the children. He scared them off the mansion. He was the last person to have seen those children. He claims to have not really done the deed as so seen here I guess, by those kids. What we did find out from Sambalette is that he has dealings, well, forced dealings, with, as my notes load, technology these days.
Sea ghost.
Sea ghost. And one note, do not recommend OneNote. I tried switching anyways. Sea ghost. We saw an opportunity to kind of maybe even act a little bit like on behalf of the council. Not necessarily to exonerate him, but to give him an opportunity to prove himself, to help us try to pin this sea ghost down. Without him, to be quite honest, I don't think it would even be a possibility. If you think about it, he's the one that has the most and the main contact with them. If we try to impersonate some sea ghost point people, we're not really going to be as believable without Sambalette. So despite, I wouldn't say, maybe he's got some atrocities to his name, but he can definitely be helpful in trying to track down the sea ghost. Now, we are going to spend a couple of days trying to figure out if this is something that we can and cannot do. We've already spoken to Anders. He's going to send some supplies, etc. But it does help to get your eyes and your ears on this type of thing, too.
Well, it's not exactly my area of expertise, but I will, I suppose, ensure that the supplies make it to you and they're all in working order, and I'll keep an ear open for anything that happens to you.
You don't have an opinion?
Well, it's a little bit tough to have an opinion on something that I'm not allowed to openly speak about. It's a bit of an odd circumstance. So, my opinion is that I've never had to question Milo's judgment, and if he thinks that this is something that we need to do, then so be it. If it's for a greater good, for the town, and for the rest of us, then I'll take his word for it. And by proxy, it seems like I'll be taking yours as well, Mr. Wyatt.
See.
I'm sorry, were you looking for me to help you figure out what to do in this situation? Or
No. I was just curious and all. You know, I know that our main contact point has been Anders. Just interesting to see how the inner workings of the council actually function.
Well, this is not typical functioning. Typically, we'd be able to discuss it openly, and we'd actually be able to take input from local experts depending on what the situation called for. So, I can't exactly be doing that now. In terms of you dealing with some sort of ship or whatever it is that is going on up there, I'm sure Anders, of the five of us, would be the most equipped to help you. And as for the rest of it, well, you've apparently done a great job just in the last couple of days, so...
That's all for me. Just wanted to give you a little update. No worries, we'll get the job done even, I guess, further.
Keep in mind, if you do require it, we can maybe cook up some sort of reason as to why we need to take over the operation and put out some sort of information as to how we found out about this ship, and maybe assemble some sort of force. However, the implications will be a little bit difficult to deal with depending on who this ship is connected to. If you're a rogue group that doesn't represent the town as you currently are, well, there are certainly benefits to that. Word will spread and it will not be linked to our town.
Whatever the council wants, Ida. I'm just a man. Doing a job.
Well, if you're a man who feels like you don't want to do this job, now's the time to say so.
I'm already in too deep, Ida. It's tough to get my boots out the weeds. I'm all in.
He's got a snake in his boot.
I got my boot stuck in the mud. What can I do now, Ada?
Well, fair enough. Again, if you do feel like you need to change course, let us know and we'll try to cook something up. Is there
Free
anything
time,
else?
Ida. That's all for me. Milo?
Nothing related. Well, semi-related, I guess. Has there been any more advancements or any type of leads to what did happen with the children? If what Wyatt was saying from Sambalet is true, then it doesn't seem like there are any ties to the people that we've run into in the mansion and the children's death. Is there maybe something that you've noticed that we could pay a little bit more attention to?
Well, the only thing that we're really looking into at this point is how the bodies ended up specifically on this side of town. We're doing some current tracking to see what direction it might have come from, and just in the last day, we've come to realize that it in fact could not have come from that house. It would have landed much further upshore. So those bodies came from a much different place than up the coast.
Okay.
So we came here for nothing.
But so still a mystery then. Something what to keep looking into.
It seems that way. You'll know as we know. Of course, as Wyatt said, you're in quite deep now, so the deeper we go, the more you'll learn.
Yeah. We're in boot deep. And yeah. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I didn't we don't want to eat up too much time here. We got to get back. We left the rest of the group obviously up that way. But thank you, Ida, obviously, for giving us the time and for looking out for the folks that we sent this way. Hopefully they do eventually find the courage to speak up.
We'll find something for them to do and make sure that they fit in if they're capable and willing.
Yeah, actually, Grix told me that they can have all of his stuff and his job and everything. I'm just kidding. Isn't that right, Grix? Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, so.
Yeah, that's right. I'm walking here.
Okay, cool. So I'll just look to Wyatt and we can walk off if we're good.
Cool. Okay. So if I know we've kind of been with you guys for quite a bit. I'm just gonna stick a little bit longer if you guys are having a convo on the way up. Just in the 10% chance that Ethan comes back. Otherwise, you know how we do on deck for combat. Well,
did you
Feyorn.
message him on Facebook?
No, I'm just messaged him on.
I'll message him on Facebook. See if I get a response.
Okay, but you two are on deck for. You guys are going to be together for a while. I'm going to have it so that Grix is performing like a burial ceremony for that hobgoblin. So.
Okay, but I was gonna go to the attic with Grix, and
Right.
Feyorn was gonna watch the prisoner.
Okay. Oh, so then
Because
Grix will
I
watch
was gonna
prisoner.
fly. I was gonna fly Grix up because he's
Yeah,
light.
Grix
I
wanted
don't
to
know if I
go.
can fly up Feyorn.
I see.
He could turn into a
I
cat or
To go
something.
as well.
Is he not
That's
a?
true.
Does he have wild shape? Do you have wild shape?
I do.
Yeah,
Hey, there we go.
I forgot about that. Okay, that works. We'll figure it out.
And
He can
don't
watch the
eat him
prisoner.
while he's a cat, okay? No birds kind of.
I don't-
Crazy.
I'm a canary, not a hawk.
Oh, okay. Well, instincts. I don't know how this works. Okay.
You should
Okay.
see other way around.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. Okay. Big hawk, big bird. I just picture them eating all kinds of animals. All right. So Wyatt, Milo, You guys are taking off. You're heading up. If there's stuff you guys want to say to each other, absolutely do so. You guys are going to be in total privacy as you make your way out of town.
Did you sense maybe some bit of apprehension? I don't know. Were your desires satiated there by running this over with Ida? It didn't seem like she really had a leg in this race.
Yeah, those are my thoughts too. And I don't know what benefit we would have from going door to door to each council member trying to figure out what they think about all this. I think, you know, one would say no, one would say yes, one would say, oh, darn that Anders, one would say, I love that Anders. Like, I don't think it really, I don't know. It just doesn't quite tickle my fancy that council members don't seem like they're aligned on this thing. Like, it just seems it's a one-man show. I mean, not that it all matters to me that much. It just seems odd. Shouldn't the council be united in some way?
Yeah, you would think that they would have some sort of secrecy to where they could still have the conversation about what's going on. Do you feel Anders maybe has some type of ulterior motive, or do you think the council has some type of ulterior motive? I would think if Anders, especially after, you know, going to Ida, if there was something to object of Anders, you know, if he was maybe pushing us in the wrong direction, I think Ida would be the person to object. So do you just feel, I don't know, do you get a kind of like a dark shadow feeling about this whole situation?
Put it to you this way, Milo.
Yeah, hey, sometimes not saying anything at all is all you can say.
Let me put it to you this way, Milo.
Those cameras.
Abducting people is not to be taken lightly. Right? Abducting people is not to be taken lightly. Can we say that out loud? Is that fair?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I'm right there with you.
So, how do we have a council member that's just like, yeah, do whatever you want, do what feels right. What feels right with you, you do it. That don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, so when we had this initial conversation with the council after our escapade on the docks, it became very clear that Anders' stance on writing it all off was a stance of trying to protect the traditionalist way. Ida also made that clear. So that's, you know, me looking for the light at the end of the tunnel, or for the silver lining in it, is that is what Anders and Ida alike are thinking. That in order to not lose this town to the miners, things have to get a little sticky, and if this sea ghost is the cause of the black water, it seems like there's no limit to what the council, at least the traditionalist council, will do to keep Saltmarsh a traditionalist town, which rubs me the wrong way in always, every way, shape, or form.
All the time.
Always,
Every
all the
day,
time.
all over. But listen, I'll just say this. I can somewhat understand where Anders is coming from, right? Leave that man be. He's a young kid, and he's gonna pull the sword out the rock. He's gonna be the king of Saltmarsh at some point. You know, he's got it all figured out in his mind. It's fine with me. I can see him clear as day. But it just did confuse me a little bit for Ida to be so nonchalant.
Yeah.
About a human abduction ring right on the doorstep of Saltmarsh. That's all. That's all.
Right.
And
There's no
I'd
time.
be
2 seconds. I need 2 minutes. I have to pee so bad. I'm going to.
Dude, you don't have a
pop
bottle by your desk, dude?
Whoa, that
Ew.
one's half full.
Yeah, I got kidney stones. My bad. It's a little red.
Oh shit.
Oh god. Oh.
And to be quite honest, I think if we went door to door, maybe not Manistrad, but what's the other big boy's name?
Starts with a G,
Prime
I'm
Water.
pretty sure.
Prime Water, Mr. Prime Water. I think he'd be even more nonchalant. He'd be like, "People, what people? Send
Yeah.
them back." Like, it's a little strange.
Well, so I
That's
guess
real
to
politics.
what's that?
Sounds like real politics.
Yeah. To that point, you know, if what's happening on the Sea Ghost is the origin, right, is kind of the heart of this operation, the way that I see it is if these people are being forced, or what was the word they used for it? They had a convincer, somebody to convince them, you know, to do these dirty deeds for whoever it is on the Sea Ghost. So the way that I see it is, although it's ugly, it is a chance at redemption for the people that have been doing wrong in Sanballet and the rest of the crew, and also a shot to take down what could be this, I don't know, human trafficking for one reason or another, right? I don't know. That's how I see it. And Ida is the only reason I am where I am today. And so, like I said, it rubs me the wrong way for sure, but I see the greater good at the end of it all.
Listen, Milo, you can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm just asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pointing in the direction of what I think could be danger. And I'm trying to identify it with my little fingies, right? And right now, my fingies is going all over the place, all right? We will have to see what ends up happening, but maybe the rest of the gang has something better to say about this, but that's... Because to be quite honest, the reason why we made up this trip is to try to get the council to send some people to help us out.
Yeah.
The end result ended up being, go fuck yourself and figure it out yourself, buddy. That's what it ended up being. That's what it ended up being.
Well,
I'm gonna give you a toothpick and a pickaxe, and you'll be right as rain.
Ida did say that they could eventually loop this in a way to circle back and have the town figure it out. They just don't want to have to do that. And did you, I mean, I guess thinking about it, did that feel like a threat maybe to us, in the fact that we are just a rogue group, and, you know, should they go that direction, we could kind of get caught in the crossfires of being at the mansion and taking
I couldn't
part.
care less. That doesn't bother me. I can always restart anew. I've done it plenty of times. There's no harm, no foul for me. Hey, we'll figure things out. I'm just trying to read between the lines here, and right now the book is covered in mud, so we'll take a couple steps at a time. We'll make our way back. Maybe the rest of the gang has something to say about it.
Yeah. Let's get back.
All right. So we are going to jump over to Feyorn. Well, technically Feyorn, Grix, and Peaches. So sorry. Just give me 1 sec here. Yeah, sorry. So you guys are going to be back in the cellar here. If I'm not mistaken, we actually left Feyorn kind of cooking. And what I will say at this point is Grix is kind of going to be going through the motions of... You see a lot of emotions flowing through Grix as he's deciding kind of what to do. He seems constantly disturbed by the corpse of the hobgoblin, despite the kind of argument and tiff that he had with him. And he kind of almost broods to himself for a while as he figures out what to do. And eventually he kind of motions or lets you guys know that he in fact has to do something with the body. And you see him almost with a kind of amazing feat of strength. He like lobs the corpse over his shoulder, and he actually heads out the back door and just into the tree line a little bit with the corpse. He's off to do some weird goblin stuff.
So I guess he's not coming to the attic with me.
That's
Hey Feyorn, do you want to come?
Who's gonna watch this guy?
I mean, he's kind of tied up. I think he'll be okay. Hey Sanballet, do you promise not to run away?
Yes, I have no reason to get up. Like I said, the alternative is actually worse than this, significantly. Plus, what good would I be without that earring?
Ah, good point.
So,
All right.
Well, if you do leave, you won't get any of this cooking. So, I mean, that's something to look forward to.
I mean, if I'm being technically honest, I could just take it and walk out the door with it. I won't.
Well, it's not done yet, so.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, I wouldn't want undercooked fish for my journey. Fair enough. You've got me.
And I'll just put everything down and walk over to Peaches.
All right. I'm not
We're good.
positive of how we're going to get you up there. Grix is much tinier than you, so I was going to fly us up, but I don't know. I could try it.
Oh. Wait, where are you going again? You're going in the attic? You're going to fly?
Yes, to the 3rd floor.
I can make myself smaller. If that would help.
How?
I'm going to just turn into something. What should I turn into? I haven't even thought this far. There's certain things I can turn into, right? Sorry. So sorry.
It's like quarter, like CR or something, half CR. It's like cat,
Yeah.
rat.
you
I
could be
got
like-
it. I got.
Well, technically, rat doesn't count anymore, but you could be a rat, you could be a squirrel, mouse, yeah, anything tiny. I just don't think you have any flying capabilities yet.
I'll turn into a cat. Screw it.
Oh, the wee kitty. Alright, I could definitely do this. I'm gonna pick up the little cat and I'm gonna start walking towards the stairs and like make our way back up to the outside of like the front of the house.
So you're going to fly in through one of the holes in the roof.
Yes. I'm going to try to avoid the what were they up there? Vultures?
Vultures. Yeah.
I want to try and like avoid them and not piss them off.
For sure. Okay. So in fact, when you fly up there, the vultures kind of see you coming, and they look more like pretty startled when you come flying up, and they actually kind of fly their way out. It seems as though they've been circling just kind of waiting for something inside the attic. As they're kind of like looking in, and then they see you coming, and you just kind of scare them off. So whichever hole you choose to go into is totally open. Now there is a hole towards the kind of back of the house, and then there's a hole on, call it from when you're looking at the perspective of the map, there's like the left side or the right side or the top side. So whichever of the three holes you'd prefer. The top side is where the top of the stairs would be, and then the two on the bottom would be over top of the bedrooms.
Peeking in through the holes, does it look like it's connected like a whole floor, or is it like separated?
It looks like it's
these
just
three holes?
one big floor. Like it's kind of wide open.
So it's like an actual attic.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna probably go in maybe a little bit away from where they were looking, so that if there's something there, I'm not gonna be like coming across it right away. So maybe towards like the stairs where that rubble was blocking it off.
Okay. So towards the top side? Okay. Okay, so let me load you in here. Actually, sorry, this is really messing me up here. Okay, whatever. We're gonna live with that. Okay, let's bring you in. And actually, I'm gonna put Milo and basically I'm going to put Tanner and Simo in there so that they can just see, but you guys will obviously know they're not actually there. And don't worry that they're small.
We're rats.
The dimensions of the map are very weird, so... Okay, so you guys get in there. Vultures kind of clear up from the top, and I'll give you kind of the description here. So there's that giant gaping hole in the center there that leads down to that pile of rubble, which is where the top of the staircase would be. You can see it's pretty obvious that the ceiling and the roof itself kind of collapsed in. There's all kinds of different materials in there, wood and plaster. And the floor all around is covered with broken furniture and other rubbish. There are several holes in the roof, obviously, that allow dim light to enter the large room that extends the entire length of the house. Actually, and I need some perception checks from both of you as you come in. Also, you're doing the perception from the vision of the cat. I don't know if there's any like bonuses or anything you'd get, but keep that in mind. But otherwise, perception checks, please.
I have keen smell.
18.
Yeah, and that shit
Interesting.
stank.
Keen smell gives you advantage if you're trying to like identify like a scent or something, or follow like a trail of like something you can smell.
I'll just give you a normal perception. Oh, I rolled twice, but the first one. Sorry.
Okay. You know what I'll say, actually? I will have you roll for the smell. So, well, I mean, you've got the 24 on both. And sorry, what did you get there, Meg?
18.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay. So as you guys enter, I'll say that Peaches, you can hear some shuffling going on in what seems to be kind of like the bottom left side of this map. So the kind of eastern or western side, rather. And Feyorn, as a cat, you hear a little something, and you can smell that there is something. And in your cat form, it seems a little bit enticing, though slightly rotten as well. Some sort of meat is around the corner.
Okay.
Ew. All right, you stick close. Stay quiet.
I talk and everything, right? I'm pretty sure you'd still talk in wild
You
shape.
just have to purr.
You can't talk, but you still have your mental abilities. So like your wisdom, your intelligence,
Oh, I
charisma,
can't
all
talk.
that kind of stuff is yours. But your dexterity, your strength, your con is the cat.
Okay. Well, then I'll just I'll meow.
Well.
Well,
Okay.
then.
Do it, RP.
Yeah.
Frank, I sent you a token too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, I'll get that set up. It's gonna take a minute though.
Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to speak with animals, but Let's just be quiet and cautious.
Ah.
I'm gonna sneak towards like the wall where I can hear the sound. Jesus. And oh my god. And try and like peek around the corner.
Okay. Sorry, you said you're sneaking there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and be quiet and cautious of the floor caving in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. And
Do I need to give you one?
no, I'm not going to make the
Okay.
cat.
I was
give
gonna
me
Oh,
a
I rolled a natural 20!
Damn, let's go.
Okay, so you find yourself just creeping on, and I'll say as part of that stealth check, you're so kind of in tune with where your feet are being placed. You miss all the holes in the floor. You miss any of the rotten boards. No creaking whatsoever.
Does my foot
and-
grow back?
No.
Damn.
And you kind of, I'll say you can make your way, like, if you want, you can make your way all the way up to see it around the corner.
Yeah, I want to like peek.
Okay. So as you peek around the corner, let me see here. What you see is there are... Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, I lost my tab. Oh, no, don't be stupid. I hate when I lose my tab. Shit, there we go. So you can see that there are two weird, like giant mosquito-like creatures that are boring into some sort of flesh. And it's a little bit grotesque looking as it's some sort of like torn apart animal, and inside it's just kind of like bubbling and moving, and you can see these two creatures just on the outside of it. Just behind them in the corner there's a pile of rubbish, and actually at that I'll need another perception check from the both of you.
Hey Tanner, can you describe the mosquito-like things?
Can I describe the mosquito?
Dirty 20.
Yeah, can you
Dirty
describe
20.
them?
Shit, we're on fire.
These are the dice that you got me for Christmas.
Nice. And a
You've
23.
seen them before,
Jesus.
Tanner.
Oh, it's these fucking things.
So just beyond them, there's two sacks that are kind of neatly tied up, and beside the sacks there's a doll. And when you look at the doll, and it's pretty big, it's like a life-size doll, like the size of a small child. It's wearing a strange looking hat, and as you kind of like lean in a little bit, you can see there's like a glint in the eyes of the doll itself. It looks pretty interesting handmade doll.
Sorry, Feyorn's all over my table.
Dude, I would laugh so funny hard if you made a token of a screenshot of
The cat.
I could. She sent photos.
Okay. The two mosquito-like things.
Yeah.
How far away are they? Jeez.
So I want you to know with this map, you have to actually half the measurement. So when I do the measurement here, we're gonna actually do half of this. So they are about 30 feet away.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna look down at Feyorn and go, shall we take him?
What do I look like? I'll just I'll nuzzle up against your leg.
Woo.
I'll take that as a yes.
We're gonna fight in this.
With that, I am going to do they have wings?
They do.
Okay, so there's no point in flying up. All right, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast
Okay.
at whichever one is closer.
Okay. Okay, so we'll say, I mean, they're pretty equal, but we'll say the top one is fine. Okay, so I guess that's how we're going to start things up. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Do I have advantage because it's surprise?
I mean, I don't... Is that a thing? Did I...
I think if you get like a surprise round, if you like prepare for it, I don't know. DM's discretion, probably.
Well, usually I just do the surprise round. Usually I would just do a surprise. Although, yeah, I mean, they don't notice you at all. So, yeah, you'll get advantage on this. They don't notice you at all.
Advantage on surprise. Surprise does not directly allow advantage on an attack, but being unseen does.
So I'd say you have both of those scenarios playing out right now.
And a target being unsuspecting.
Yeah. So you're...
Okay, so
you're
the
good.
first one that I rolled was a 13. That's a 6, so 13 plus... where's all of my information?
Is Feyorn just chilling as a fucking cat right now?
That's why I'm like, do I fight as a cat? But
You
it
can
doesn't-
end
you
your
can.
wild shape, dude.
I could. I'm thinking about.
There is a benefit to staying as a cat, like, because
What?
you get that health pool of the cat.
Yeah. I only do 1d1 of slashing damage though.
Just one slashing.
1 damage. Yeah.
But you have the health pool, so
I do have the health.
So you can take a free hit, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so ranged spell attack is the roll plus my charisma. Do I add proficiency?
Eve. I don't know. You got to tell me.
Sorry, I rolled a 13. I'm gonna roll it just in the book to actually see what it does. Sorry, my cat was attacking
Okay.
my laptop charger.
Okay, so it'd be +4 then. So
Okay, so 13.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, that hits.
Oh yeah, that is 1d10.
I think there's a time where Grix was supposed to
That's
have
a
advantage
4.
against him, and he didn't.
Sorry, I have to take a call real quick. That's a 4.
4 damage. Okay. So things pop off, and Peaches fires off an Eldritch Blast and absolutely decimates, shattering this thing into blood and pieces all over the wall. Obviously, I'm going to have you guys roll initiative at this point, so let's do that. As at the same time that the second Sturge turns to see where that thing came from, it lets out a little screech, and from the meat, 3 more Sturges emerge that were inside the body, and they are covered in goo and flesh. And they will start things off with a bang here. So one of them is dead. We'll remove that one. But the rest of them are going to go
PTSD.
a little bit ham.
Yeah, I'm losing it right now.
We're going to say that 2 of them are going to attack each of you and attempt to latch onto you as they start things off. So the first one here for you, Lemon, or Feyorn, is going to attempt to latch in for an 8 to hit. As a cat.
As a cat. No.
Doesn't hit? Oh,
Nope.
shit. And
Wow.
the second one's actually an 8 too. God damn.
Nope.
Those are 2 nat 3s.
Wow.
For Peaches, so they kind of dive in and you're able to like swat them off. For Peaches, it looks like it's going to be quite a different story, as the first one's a 19 and the second one is an 11, which will tell me if she'll tell me if that second one hits, which I think it does. But we'll roll some damage for the first one. Holy smokes. That is max DPS right there. So 7 damage. 7 piercing damage from the Sturge, and we'll see if the second one hits. I'll roll the damage just in case. Oof! Oof! That is fucking a lot of damage. so we'll load that up. You're up, by the way, Feyorn. Oh, he's gone. Fucking everybody that's in this fight.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Does an 11 hit you, by the way?
Good question. I think it does. It meets it.
Okay, so you may not have heard the part about when you blasted one, 3 more came climbing out of the corpse.
I noticed that.
Yeah, and they came flying at you. So both of them missed Feyorn. However, both of them hit you, and they near max damaged you. One of them did 7 piercing damage. The other did 6 piercing damage.
Uh-oh.
And they both have their beaks drilled into one into your shoulder, one into your arm, as they are planted in and slowly draining you of your blood. It looks like Tanner's
These I
cam
would
is
love to
frozen.
have Hellish
Now
Rebuke.
frozen.
Okay.
In shock.
Okay, kitty cat Feyorn, you're up, buddy. I don't know if it's a free action to come out of wild shape if you choose to, but you'll figure out.
We
what you
haven't
want.
had a long rest, correct?
No, you have not. I think you did a short rest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I rolled my hit points.
Yeah, and you did a level up. So
Would you say I can use a bonus action or an action?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know what it takes to come out of wild shape.
I think it's a bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Okay.
Well, your
Mr. Kitty
teammate just
Cat.
took 13 damage.
Yeah. You see Peach's feathers going a little bit more white than pink as the blood is getting drained from her. I know that's not how that would work, but it is what it is, man. What say
Okay.
you, Feyorn?
I'm
What are you?
cooking. I'm cooking. The thing is, Feyorn's not a fighter right now,
Uh-huh.
so this is not great. He is going to come out of cat form,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to use guiding bolt on one of the ones on Peaches.
Okay.
Let's do this one.
Hold your arm still.
What?
So you're out of wild shape?
I'm out of wild shape. Use a bonus action. Now I'm going to use. Oh, sorry, guiding bolt. Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's what I said. To hit. I think
Okay.
this is to hit. Oh boy.
An 11.
Surely.
Yep. Frank, don't
Whoosh.
again.
So your guiding bolt goes soaring off into the side wall of the attic.
The 11 didn't hit.
The
No.
11 did not hit.
That is it.
That's it for you? Oh yeah, because you did both.
I used a bonus action.
Oh, you don't want to move out of the range?
Wouldn't that?
Yes.
No.
Okay, next is Peaches. Peaches, you got 2 of these things on your arm.
fuck.
Okay. They're on my arm. They're they're drilled.
One is beacon to your arm, one's beacon to your shoulder.
Fuck.
Oh. Wait. Sorry. Can I try something before you try something, Peaches?
Like as your
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, I just thought of something. Could I do at the end of my turn?
Sure. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay, sorry. Frank, I want to talk to them.
You can just talk to them?
I have speech of beast and leaf. I can speak to whatever I want.
Okay.
And I want to say,
Can you link it, by the way, while you're doing this?
Frank's like,
Okay.
bro, just let me kill a fucking PC.
did that link? Yeah. So I can't understand them. I can just communicate. They can understand me, but I can't understand them, and I have advantage on all charisma checks to influence them.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I want to be like, wait, we didn't do that. That was somebody else.
Hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Here. I'm
After
just
I
gonna
tried to hit them with the
Listen.
guiding bolt.
I'm just gonna be dead ass. You'll get advantage. I'll give you the persuasion.
That is okay.
You're talking to you're talking to the two. You can roll with advantage. I'm just gonna be dead ass. You need a nat 20 here. It's not anything less than that.
What do you want me to roll? Charisma?
I want you to roll a persuasion check. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. You just need to roll the 20.
That's not a good start.
Okay.
That's not. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So they kind of like you. You can tell they hear you, and they kind of like look over to you, beaks still planted in, and they just kind of nuzzle in and like go a little deeper with their beaks.
I thought I'd try.
It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. Okay,
Sorry,
Peaches.
Peaches.
I appreciate it. Okay. Panicking a little. Just a little. Taking a potion is an action or a bonus action?
It's a bonus action to take it yourself.
Okay. I'm going to, fuck. I'm freaking out right now. I am going to cast. Fuck, I have one spell left. I'm gonna cast. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm freaking out.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's a big moment.
It's a big moment.
Potentially.
I'm gonna cast Hex
Okay.
on one of the ones that's attached to me.
Isn't Hex a bonus action?
Yes,
Okay. So you're not drinking a potion.
correct.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Hex on one of the ones that's attached to me.
Okay.
And I would like to take.
No, don't bite.
Yeah, because that's my last spell. So I'm going to take out my quarterstaff and I'm going to try and swing to get them off me.
Sure.
I'm going to attack the one that I cast Hex on. So either of the two that are on me.
For sure. Okay. So roll the hit.
Okay. I am going to roll on my metal die. Ugh.
Uh-oh.
13.
13? Okay, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh, it hit? Okay. I would like to use it as two-handed.
Okay.
So that it's versatile.
Sure.
And I believe it's 1d8. That.
It is.
Okay. So now, because it's hexed as well, I'm also going to do 1d6 necrotic damage.
Sure. Sure.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so that's... I add my strength to it?
Yep.
To the damage, but not
Yep.
proficiency. Okay, so that's 3 bludgeoning
Okay.
and 4 necrotic.
Okay. So you see Peaches kind of grabs her staff and smashes it down on her shoulder after hexing this thing, and it splatters into 1,000 pieces. So one of those things is toast and off of her. Nothing but a big blood stain. Next up is going to be our friend. That's everything for you?
The one that is attached to me, so I can't get away from it.
But yeah, it's on you. It's in your
Okay.
arm.
Then, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Next is going to be the Sturges. Let's start with the ones that are on you, Lemon, here.
Let's.
Does a 10 hit
No.
Nice.
and a 9?
Nice.
2 8s, a 10, and a 9.
Bless.
This cat is just
I'm
on its
gonna-
hind legs, just smacking him away. And then for the one that's on you, Peaches, it does not need to roll to hit. It only needs to roll damage. And
No.
it will do
1, please.
7 points
I'm
of
down.
piercing damage as it continues to drain your blood and bore deeper into the flesh. Peaches is down. Next up is Feyorn.
Fuck.
Oh, wait, you're not a cat anymore. Sorry, I needed to change your thing.
Wow.
Fuck. I'll figure that out.
Talk about a guy who doesn't give a shit about his friends, huh, Frank?
Me?
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yeah, fuck our feelings, huh?
I don't know, man. I don't know what all that.
I think it's a fun little game that you and Simo like to do. The first time you play with somebody, you kill their character.
With Sturgis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Whose turn is it? I was
It's
not paying
Feyorn.
attention in that
It's
moment.
Feyorn.
Okay.
You're down. So it's fair.
I have 3 options.
Okay. Best of luck.
Go ahead, Doctor Strange.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention, by the way, after the Sturge did its damage and you dropped, it actually pulled out and it's got this like swollen belly now and it's just filled with your blood.
Pop it.
Pop it.
You know what to do, Feyorn.
Do I?
You know what to do.
Frank, is there one that looks bigger than the others?
The one that's full looks bigger.
No, I mean not full. You know.
Oh, you mean
just-
like does it have a hierarchy and one is
Yeah,
like
where's your
leading them?
leader?
Yeah, does one look more scarred than the other? I'm looking for the leader.
These things are like feral. You're basically attempting to talk to mosquitoes, which is why you needed the nat 20 to convince them of anything at all. They are not smart. They are driven by instinct, and their instinct is blood.
Okay.
Lemon feels as though 2 characters are about to be removed from this game.
I'm sorry.
Lemon's not taking his turn, he's just making his new character.
I mean, you guys killed one for free right at the beginning. It was going great.
And I killed another one.
Okay. I am going to grab Peaches.
Okay.
So that's an action.
No, not
Pretty
really. No, you can take an action other than that.
Don't give him ideas, Lemon.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. On which one?
On Peaches?
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab her by the neck and cast it right out of my hand.
On one next to me, actually.
So this will be at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack at melee.
Then on one of these ones.
On the other one, on the
Yeah.
ground. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
I forgot about that. Oh, well, I rolled the wrong thing. That was damage.
What was the roll to hit?
Wait, what did I roll?
Oh, it says it 13.
Yeah, I rolled
no?
damage. Here,
13?
what-
It says
That's-
it 13 on
that's-
there.
That was my damage roll.
No, there's a d20 plus
It
5.
says 1d20. 8
Oh, okay,
plus
then
5,
that's it. That's it.
13.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
and
so
the
that
14
hits.
damage is 14 damage then.
Okay,
Radiant
so
damage.
this beam comes out of your hand, and literally you can't even see any physical pieces of it left. It is all just a big blood splatter on the ground.
Okay.
You obliterate this fucking thing.
And as a bonus action, I am going to expend one of my wild shape uses,
Okay.
and I'm going to turn into. I'm going to use starry form.
Okay.
This is long, but I'll link it anyways.
Holy shit.
Very
You're a
cool.
celestial druid?
Yes.
Go to the stars. Let's go.
And so I'm going to turn into a constellation of the archer,
Okay.
and as a bonus action, on activation I can use it as well. So I can I'm gonna actually try and get away.
Okay.
I'm looking for the weakest point in the floor, Frank, and I'm gonna walk up to it with Peaches.
You're gonna carry. Okay, so you're gonna be moving at half speed here.
Well, he's a furbolg.
I'm a furbolg,
Oh yeah, that's right. Shouldn't see. Okay, fair
He's
enough.
he's a fire blog.
so I'm gonna look for a weak point in the floor. So I'll just say up here because we walked around.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast. I get opportunity attacks against me
Yes, you do.
as I walk.
Keep going.
I'm gonna cast this. Wait, what? That was the wrong thing. I guess I gotta roll d20 to hit. That was a 7, so it doesn't hit.
What are you trying to hit? What are you trying to do?
When I use Archer, the constellation, I can make an attack, ranged spell attack, as a
For
bonus
free?
action. Yeah,
Didn't you use a bonus action to turn into this thing?
it's on activation
Oh, okay,
and as
cool.
a bonus.
Like
yeah.
spiritual weapon.
Okay, so okay,
It missed anyways. So
okay. By the way, does a 13 hit?
yes.
Okay, and then I would imagine a 17 hits. Okay. So as you're running away, these things latch into you. and
Wait,
they're
hold
nice
on. You make a ranged spell attack. So your
So
D20 would be plus your proficiency plus your spell modifier.
Yeah, you're gonna roll the d20 again, by the way, because they're at melee range because they came with you.
True. Okay. Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't. Whatever.
Also, you're
So-
taking 4 and 6 piercing damage.
Okay. So 10.
10?
Still doesn't hit.
Wait, no,
No.
you add. It's a
You're
ranged
not
spell
adding
attack. You
your-
add
Oh,
your.
So sorry. I add my proficiency, so it's 12 plus it's 15.
Okay, well, okay, I want to clarify. This attack is at disadvantage. We're taking the lower of the two rolls.
Yes.
Which is 10
Which is 10. Does
plus
not
5
No.
plus 5.
It's a ranged spell attack. He's only rolling a D20, but he should be rolling a
at
spell attack
disadvantage.
at disadvantage.
Yes, he rolled
Yes.
a 10
Okay.
and a 17, and he took
Okay.
a 10.
Plus
And
5.
what's- Plus 5.
plus
Okay,
5.
it
Yeah.
does hit. It does hit.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and what I'll do is I will take away the second roll. So you're only taking 4 piercing damage. And how much damage are you doing?
I will roll it for you. What is this music?
It's triumphant battle.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so you obliterate one, run away. The other one gets pierced into you. You take 4 piercing damage. You're running with Peaches. You want
It still
a broken
follows
board.
me.
It's on.
Yeah.
It's attached to you. It's inside of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you find a patch of dirty floor that's all sunken in shitty, and you get your bearings about you. You seem like it's about above one of the bedrooms, and it is rotten to hell.
Well, I was going to escape if they weren't stuck on me.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'll do that now. But Yeah, I wouldn't do that now. That would just seem silly.
Okay, so that's it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Peaches, death save and do not show anyone. Just tell me what it is. You can send me a DM on Discord, or you can...
Frank,
Whatever you
according to Baldur's Gate 3, you can actually just run over and use the health action. It'll stand the character up at 1 HP.
Ooh, right. Sorry. My bad.
Also, I have a scroll of Revivify.
Yeah, we all have scrolls
Yeah,
of
okay.
Revivify.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. So next is going to be the Surge, who's attached to you, who does not need to roll to hit you. It will roll max damage. It is 7 points of piercing damage as this thing is filling up on your blood.
Wonderful.
Please tell me you're not down.
Nope.
Okay.
You are up there,
You gotta
Feyorn.
hit this motherfucker, Feyorn.
You see a healing potion fall out of Peach's back.
Actually, wait, yeah, you didn't tell anyone you had that shit. Okay, Feyorn.
Mm-hmm. I'm just sorry.
I rolled a lot of max damage this fight.
Yeah.
A shitload of it.
I'm going to try swinging with my quarterstaff
Okay.
to knock it off.
You don't have like healing word or anything?
None of that.
Beautiful.
Okay.
It's a 12.
It's a
Yeah.
12.
For me to beat, please.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I hate you. Okay. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast the archer thing again.
Okay. So it's
So-
at disadvantage.
Is that
Disadvantage.
well, this is the only thing I can do.
It's a ranged attack, right?
I know.
Range
Okay,
spell attack.
let her rip.
So this is +5, whatever it is. So
Oh. Wow, Frank wanted to kill you guys so bad, dude.
Roll damage.
Dude, you look so pissed
Every second
off.
to dinner tonight.
How much damage? 4? You. Okay.
That's enough.
It is enough.
Fuck
It is?
you,
Oh,
Frank.
So in
Listen,
a
that one.
so in a giant splatter, your blood that has been siphoned into this creature goes splattering across the floor, and all is quiet in the attic after this absolute fucking mess. I will say immediately following this, Peaches, if you could please roll me a death save and tell me what it is.
Do I get sad music?
Feyorn, what is your immediate response here? What are you doing next?
I guess just trying to help her.
How are you doing that?
I know, right?
Yeah.
This is the next question. Just like, kind of looking over her wounds, seeing if
Okay.
she's breathing.
Okay, and she is
Okay.
faintly.
Still
I will
for
say,
walking.
if you would like, this is one of my little house rules. If you want to try to make a DC 10 medicine check, you absolutely can do that. If you fail,
I know.
she fails.
Oh, I know.
She fails 1
No, I
medicine
know.
check.
Oh. I'm gonna cast a spell,
Okay.
and berries are gonna start growing on my beard. And I'm going
Baby
to.
birding me, fucking good Barry.
I'm going to. Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
guess I don't know.
force
don't
feed her
think I
beak.
need I'm gonna force feed her berries.
Okay.
A berry, I think.
And that's supposed to give 1 HP, right?
Yep.
Did you just roll a D1?
It's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you fucking juice this fucking berry into her mouth.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Okay. I haven't had enough time to look into
Oh, wait,
if this is a functional move, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it. All right, that's a good move. Okay, so you fucking somehow get this berry to get her up, and just for funsies, Meg, if you could roll one more death save, I want to see how this would have went.
Ooh, that means you failed too.
Yeah. For
Wait, why one?
funsies.
One more.
Huh?
So
Oh, I just wanted to see.
He
I just
wanted to see if you would die.
If you'd roll a nat
because
one.
He's sick.
Yeah.
It's 3 successes or 3 failures, not 3 rolls and the majority.
No. I just wanted to know because if you got a nat one thing, sort of, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That happened
Okay.
to me on my other character.
Oh, it happened to us too. Okay, so Peaches, you arise with the taste of some sort of berry juice in your beak, and you see Feyorn standing over you.
Why does it taste like a bird in my mouth? Oh, what the hell happened?
I mean, the mosquitoes got you,
Oh,
and I
shit.
had to give you a berry to. It didn't look like you were coming back.
I don't think I was. Thank you. You've saved my life. I owe you. I'm
Well, I
sorry
mean-
for getting us into this situation.
Well, I mean, I'm not much of a fighter. I mean, we should have probably waited. I'm sure
Probably.
Grix could have handled that, maybe.
There were only 2 of them for the beginning. I think that was just unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that could have been
Handled
bad.
yourself really, really well, though. How did you beat the rest of them?
Oh,
Wait, why are you
I'm-
made
I'm-
of stars right
yeah,
now?
I'm still going.
What the hell? You're blue and see-through.
Oh, that's just, you know, that's just something I learned. You know,
From
I
where?
like looking at the stars.
That's so cool. Could you teach me that?
No.
I could try. Yeah, I mean, it's a long story, but I was lost at sea, and I think I was looking at the stars for a long time, so I can't even remember how long. But yeah,
So you became them. Wow. That's incredible. That's heartbreaking, but incredible. Well, I appreciate your help. This isn't the first time I've almost died, and it's not going to be forgotten.
I will. I mean, I'll help everybody. I'm glad I could. They almost beat me.
Thank you for having my back. I'm going to pull out the potion of healing, and I'm gonna down it. Wait, how fucked up are you?
I mean, I could probably take a nap. Those, they are not friendly at
you-
all.
Are you on death's door?
No. But
Okay, then I'm going to take the healing potion.
yeah, you should. You should. My berries don't.
What?
They're not that good.
So it's, I believe, for Pippin. Sorry, I think it's 2d4 plus 2.
Yes.
A 4 and a 1. So 5, 7. So I'm an 8. Okay. Oof. Well, do you want to check out the rest of this place?
Well, if it's safe.
I think so. Do we hear anything else?
I'll carry over your perception checks because, like, you would have kind of heard the whole scope of the scene. It seems quite quiet.
Okay. I think we're safe. If we're not, then we're running. So we know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't got much left to give.
I don't either. I've got nothing left to give. Do you want to go check out what they were eating?
Sure.
All right. We're gonna go walk over to whatever the hell they had their beaks in.
Okay. So you make your way over there,
Or
and
the proboscis.
what?
That's what that tube is
They're
called.
proboscis.
Oh, I've genuinely never heard that. Okay, so you make your way over, and the corpse seems to be some sort of animal that's just been torn to pieces. Likely some sort of stray, either cat or raccoon or something. It's very difficult to identify, given how little of it is kind of remaining. It's mostly just a torso. Yeah, and it's looks somewhat fresh.
Poor little thing. Well, at least it wasn't one of the people being smuggled.
Is there anything else around this? You said there's a doll.
Yeah, so there's a doll. So as you're over there, and as you kind of make your way over there, the way the light is hitting the doll's eyes, it kind of like rolls through the eyes, and there's like a glint to the eyes. It's also wearing like a very strange looking like straw hat, and otherwise it's like it's clearly a handmade doll, as it's not super professional looking. It's got kind of like yarn, like black yarn hair, a bit of a beige face to it. But the eyes in particular do stand out as one of the kind of glistening features on it.
This thing's creepy.
I guess I'll just walk up to it.
Okay.
Just because
Careful.
it's sparkling, you know?
As you get closer...
I'll tiptoe.
Okay.
Is there any traps, Frank?
Ting! No. Let me see here. So give me an investigation check, and you will have advantage on this.
Hell yes, Detective Feyorn.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ, bud.
The eyes, as you make your way up, you can see they're actually some sort of gem. Seems a little bit mundane, like there's nothing particular about them, but clearly the eyes are some sort of gem. Some sort of green, like dark green gem.
Hey, I think there's gems in her eyes. I think there's like jewels or crystals or something.
Do they look similar to the ones that I found in that chest?
Which ones did you find in the chest?
I think they were blue.
They're similar in that they are gems, but they're cut into kind of more rounded shapes, and they're obviously a different color.
Okay. Can I see if they have any kind of like magical essence to them?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check.
Ooh, a natural 18 for, I believe that's a -1.
Okay. So you kind of, as you're
Yeah,
inspecting...
so 17.
17, okay. So as you're inspecting the eyes, you realize there's nothing really going on with the eyes, but there is something a little bit unique about the hat. Also, one of the doll's arms is like arched behind its back, and you see the tip of some sort of blade that it seems to be holding in its hand behind its back. It's really just like a rounded nub.
Oh my goodness.
And it seems like something's going on with that too.
I'm gonna, ow, fuck. Oh my god, sorry, there's a cat attacking me right now. I'm gonna, hey Feyorn, take a step back. I'm gonna take my quarterstaff and take a step back, and I'm gonna poke the doll just to see if it moves.
So
'Cause you just described Chucky, so
it just falls over, and it reveals that it's holding a dagger behind its back, but the dagger just rolls out because it's just a rounded nub for a hand.
okay. I'm gonna take the hat off the doll.
Okay.
Frank,
Does anything happen?
Nothing happens. It just you can sense there's some sort of magical properties about it. You don't know what they are.
I was worried that maybe like the hat turned a kid into the doll.
Oh.
It's like if I take the hat off, it's like a
well,
reverse
thanks.
proxy.
Couldn't breathe with all that straw hat on my head.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pick up the dagger as well. Ow.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like a very interestingly crafted dagger. It's got kind of like a little bit of an arc to it. There's a gold inlay on the top, and it comes down to this like very cleanly leather wrapped handle.
Okay. I think there's something magic about these, but I don't know off the top of my head. So maybe we should take them down and sit with them a bit. See if we can glean anything else.
Oh, Simo's. Simo, you broke your whatever. You broke your.
Oh, oh,
Wait,
just tased
it
our
stopped. Oh no, it's back.
No.
Simo's dead.
Ears.
Stop!
He can't control it.
I think
Mute
he
your
can at this point.
microphone.
Well, how is he gonna talk? He's got to get in here. Okay.
He's
All
just
right,
clicking
so-
to us.
Delete
We're back.
Yeah, these are some sort of magic. So
What
I think we should take a closer look around the room and then go back down.
You don't want the gems?
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that.
You're gonna take them. Are you taking them with you?
Yeah. Or Feyorn, you take them. I'll take the
Oh.
other items
You're good.
so that we
Oh.
can bring them down at
Oh.
least.
Yeah, Lemon, every time you roll, we can hear you roll.
Oh, yeah, I know why.
Okay, so you pluck the eyes out of the doll, and behind the gem eyes are real eyes. No, I'm just kidding. There's just a single-
Realize.
There's a single little hole in the back of the gem that a thread was through, and it was very easy to just kind of tear them off. And so now you have these two gems they look a little bit valuable.
Perhaps diamond's worth 100 gold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, green diamonds.
I will pocket them.
Is there anything, like, if I pick up the doll and, like, shake it, does it sound like there's anything inside it?
No, it
Beating
is.
heart.
It says, "Hey, stop!"
Oh, God.
Dude, this doll is gonna. There's so many theories about the doll now. Yeah. So no, it's just fluff. It's just filled with some sort of cotton,
You said it's life size, right?
like a child. Yeah, that's the size of a kid.
Is it Pima
Do you
cotton
think
or
you've pulled-
Egyptian?
I think it's the first. I don't know what that is, but it's that.
From Pima County here in Arizona.
Okay.
Sorry, you said that it's wearing, like, a dress?
I didn't say, but
Oh,
it is.
What is it wearing?
So it's got like black hair with a black dress on.
Okay, I'm gonna take the dress off it
Okay.
and say, I bet this would fit Grix.
Oh my god.
Maybe tonight when he's asleep, we put him in it. Be a pretty, pretty girl. Okay. Anything else you want to do with this doll?
No, leave it here.
Alrighty. Do you want to split up and take a look through the rest of the room?
I think I'll stick with you, just in case, you know.
Good call. Alrighty. We're gonna take a look through the rest of the room. What's that
Okay.
red dress?
What?
There's like a red dress down in the bottom corner.
And here.
Yeah. So as you make your way through, I will say as well, because you didn't bring them up, there were 2 sacks in that corner as well.
Oh yeah.
If you check into those as well, which I'm sure you would, it's actually just stuffed with all kinds of different clothes, very dirty and musty. The rest of the building, as you kind of sift through everything, I'll say it takes a good couple of minutes to really get through it all. There's tons and tons of rubble. The most of it is just clothes, old books, beat up wood, beat up furniture. Really, the major thing of interest seems to have just been the doll at this point.
Okay. Alright. Well, there's nothing else up here. Do you think we should go back down? Check on Summer Teeth?
Some teeth.
His teeth got knocked out. He's got summer teeth.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
sure
can't
he's-
ever remember his name.
I'm sure he's worried about us hearing all the noise and stuff.
Sambalette is offended that you don't remember his name.
Fuck it. Probably doesn't remember most of ours. Alrighty. Well, let's try and get back down safely.
What is that? Nice.
Why?
Huh?
That was gigantic.
You guys are heading back now.
Yeah.
All right.
What's
let's-
So I mean, I can't turn into a cat anymore, so I don't know how to get down, but let's just say I
What we
climb.
could do is we could try and go through one of the holes in the floor.
Okay.
I think I've got some rope.
I'll say whichever method you choose, if you scale the outside of the building, going down is going to be a lot easier, obviously, than going up. And so you would find getting down at least into the second floor would be a pretty easy task. Going through a hole in the floor itself, significantly easier than that even, as you could literally just blow through a hole in the floor and land on a bed, which it might be a little bit more fun that way.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay. Okay, so you
Do that even though I have wings.
jump through a hole in the floor. You take 14 piercing damage from splinters.
All right, I'm dead. Good
So you
night.
scroll the revivify and you're back up and running. Okay, but anyways, you make your ways down and back into the cellar where you find Sanbalette, very happily just kind of chilling out on his own on his bed, just happy to be there. So, did you find what you wanted?
We found the who was it that lived here? The Archmage. We found his secret closet up there. It's got a
Oh.
bunch of spell books, and there's honestly gold everywhere. I don't really know where it came from, but we're gonna go back and get it.
Give me a deception check here, Peaches. I'm not gonna take that lie just standing there,
You mean lying down?
lying down. I was gonna.
Natural
couldn't.
14 for a 18.
Well, you smoked his 9, so.
Did you really never think to check up in the attic?
No,
Oh,
I can't. So
3 months wasted. Wait, 6 months wasted.
So just like that, you're just rich all of a sudden.
I mean, there's quite a bit of gold. I don't know what else is up there, but we did find these gems, these stones. I wonder if these have anything to do with maybe the Philosopher's Stone, like he was making. Yes,
You know what? This is fine. I'm happy for you. Good for you.
Oh, but we did get you something. We found a nice little straw hat for you.
Oh. I don't know that I want it, but thank you.
Well, I'm going to sit and make it nice and pretty for you. You just continue to lay there and think about everything you're going through.
If you do decide to share the gold, because I mean, let's think reasonably here. I did help you find.
Right, yes, I'll send it to you in jail. I'm fucking with you, Sambalet. There's nothing up there.
You son of a bitch. How dare you?
I had you going, though.
You did. Good for you.
We did find a straw hat.
Great. I accept.
And mosquitoes.
No.
Big ones.
Yeah, we almost died.
Oh. I'm so sorry for you. Did they stab a sword through your face?
They stabbed a nose through my face.
Sounds terrible.
It does. It was. I think it's
By
time
the
for
way,
some food.
it's been impossible to relax here. They keep bumping against that door. So, if you plan on doing something about it, please, before I have to sleep in this thing.
Oh,
We're
we're not going to be able to do anything about it today.
we're definitely sleeping, and we still have to wait for our friends to come back.
That's true.
Fine.
I mean, whatever's in there will definitely kill us, and then you're just tied up
Oh,
there. I mean, look
Well.
at me. I'm all covered in blood and stuff.
You should give me my earring
Do you
back and let me
still
help.
look like a star?
I guess I do. It lasts up to an hour.
Oh, yeah.
You can drop it if you want.
He's
but-
covered in blood.
I probably would have dropped it, yeah.
Well, when the time comes, if you decide, I would at least like the opportunity to be able to escape if you fail. Otherwise, you should give me my earring back and let me help.
I don't think that's going to happen. We'll figure it out.
Whatever you decide, I'll be a willing participant. I just would really appreciate not going down with your ship.
Wonder if we could put him in the rowboat and go toss the anchor down and then tie him up inside it. So he just has to sit in the water.
I mean, I can swim.
If you're tied up,
I don't know why you're making this more messy for me than it needs to be. I've been perfectly willing to participate. I haven't moved.
well, we don't want to take any chances.
Fair enough. But I am an open book.
Like the chance we just took.
So,
Don't worry, I'll watch him.
No, I don't have anything else to do. We've looked through every other room in the house. So, let's just make some food.
yes, what are we having?
Fish stew.
Oh,
If there's a pot around here, I don't know.
There are
Is there a
plenty.
pot?
Yes.
Perfect.
In fact, at the foot of this bed here, open the box and you'll find what you need.
oh, we didn't go through the rest of them.
I'll
No, wait, did we?
I don't remember if we
You vaguely went through a couple of them, yeah.
A couple of them, so let's go through the rest of them.
Okay.
While we wait for everybody.
Okay. So do you want me to, at this point, by the way, kind of as you're cooking and you're sifting through everything, do you want me to kind of send everybody, unless there's more that you guys
Yeah.
want to do on your own? Okay. So at this point, then I'll say that
Sorry,
you've...
Feyorn, was there anything?
No.
So there, as you sift through the boxes, you find primarily mundane stuff. You find the only thing that stands out aside from the clothes, you've got, like you pointed out, there's basically the cooking utensils and equipment down here. There is the, there's like some rope, some basic utility tools that you'd find like an adventurer's pack. There's some candles, flint, and like a small, like almost like handheld pickaxe, but for like smaller stone. And at this, as you've kind of like gathered all this stuff up, I'll say you get your cooking all finished. Milo and Wyatt, you guys come in however you would like, and I'll jump to you guys as you do so.
How are we getting in? Just through the back, and then back patio, around the back to the back staircase, down through, past the dead bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and inside.
And yep, and you notice at this point the hobgoblin has been removed from the corpse pile, and Grix is nowhere to be seen as well.
First glance, Sandpalette is still tied up. Peaches and Feyorn are... Grix is missing with the hobgoblin, and Peaches and Feyorn are covered in blood.
Yep, that's about right.
He's covered in blood, cooking everyone's dinner.
Yeah, hey, what the hell happened here?
Don't worry, it's mostly ours.
Where's Grix and the hobgoblin?
He took it and said he needed to do something with it. Some sort of burial or something. Oh.
Okay. I really don't like the sound of that. Why are you
As long as
two...
it's not near me.
Why are you two covered in blood, and why is Sandballette not covered in blood? What happened while we were away?
Some really big mosquitoes.
Here?
Upstairs. Up in the attic.
Yeah, and there's... You guys were able to deal with them, or is that no-fly zone?
They knocked me right out, but Feyorn saved my life.
Look to Feyorn as he's cooking.
I mean, I tried. It was close, though.
What do you mean tried? I'm alive.
I did.
Yeah, Feyorn.
Better than I did. Sorry, repeat that?
The damn Feyorn didn't know you had it in you.
Well, I mean, I didn't think I did either, but they were kind of easy. They just popped.
Easy, but they took me down in one goal.
Yeah, they weren't friendly. I tried to talk to them, but I don't think they liked us after you evaporated one of them.
Investigate, yeah.
What did you say to him?
Oh, I told them that we didn't attack them and somebody else did.
Right. And what did they
Yeah,
say
he
back?
just started making these buzzing sounds. I didn't know what he was actually doing, but
I can't hear. I don't know what they said.
Or
They just attacked. They attacked Peaches, so I didn't think they listened. But we're fine.
Well, good to know
we've got
when
something there.
the going gets tough. Feyorn gets
you
going.
can talk to mosquitoes. When things are down and out, you can have a quick convo, get those mosquitoes in line.
I'll tell you right now, it was quite impressive to see him in the tricks that he has up his sleeve.
I didn't know he had any sleeves. He's a fur blog.
Right, blog.
He's a he's a firebolg. I just imagine Feyorn being like, "Oh well, I'm not much of a fighter," and then he's like, fucking quarterstaff whacking one, turns into this beautiful
literally what
celestial being
happened.
with a bow, and he's just like fucking ripping arrows like Legolas, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm not much of a fighter. I don't know."
I think those are his exact words.
Grix, he went down on the beach with the body.
I think he went out back.
I think he went out to the forest.
Okay. I left something down on the beach. I'm gonna grab that. And then I'll be back up for dinner. What do you got cooking up there, Feyorn?
Just fish. I mean, there's not much else around here. Just fish stew.
I think there was like seasonings and stuff around. You use those, right?
Oh. Yes.
as he's just scratching his beard into the pan. yes, I used the seasoning. Yes, the seasoning. Yes.
Just some leaves.
Wyatt, do you want to spin them up real quick on... Actually, if you just want to wait, I'll be right back. And then I'm going to go down to the beach because I never actually said that I wanted to grab my spear from when I threw it at the hobgoblin. So I'm going to go grab my spear from the beach.
Okay.
And so I'll just do that briefly.
Okay, I'll lead you down there. There you go. Whoop. Whoop. Grabs your spear.
There's a giant ice cube in the water.
All right.
So I'll walk back up, back in. We're doing this thing, I guess. If you guys want to gather around, we can chat over the fish stew.
Is somebody going to feed me?
Well,
Get the funnel.
I got you, Sambalette. Don't you worry about that, sweet pea. She's gonna take some time if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Okay, we're frozen for so long.
I'm gonna cast a ritual
Okay.
for an hour.
For an hour?
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes an hour?
It's a ritual.
Not 10 minutes?
Rituals are free.
Rituals take 10 minutes.
Well, not this one.
Ah.
I don't think they take 10 minutes.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
Like detect magic and anything that's like a casting of like one action or whatever, it's like 10 minutes.
Let me see before I.
We also found a hat and a dagger. I think they're both magic.
Who did they belong to?
A doll.
Was the
We also found a little black dress we could put on Grix.
I love that idea.
One action, but.
So if you're ritual casting if you have the ability to ritual cast the spell, it's 10 minutes.
Okay, then I'll do a 10-minute ritual.
Okay.
I guess while he's getting his thing, whatever.
Are you going to tell me what you're ritual casting?
Yeah, I'm ritual casting Unseen Servant.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Nice.
That is fucking the best use of that fucking It is literally a servant.
Imagine going to like a restaurant and the fucking maitre d' is like, "Don't worry, I got this."
Spoon floats in your.
No, this unseen servant
Comes the
spits the
airplane.
food in your mouth, so it baby birds you. So it's just your mouth is just being forced open by nothingness.
He goes to put the spoon in your mouth, puts it in his.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you're doing your thing. You're casting your spell. Okay.
While that's happening, then I'll just kind of like fill in. So we spoke with Anders. Job's done, essentially, for payment. Job's done. As far as what we're gonna do for the rest of it, they're being the council. They're on board with us hanging out here and trying to intercept the sea ghost in the next 8 days, or
Ida's on board.
Ida is on board, and Anders obviously on board as well. Those are the only two that we had a moment to speak with before coming back. They're gonna send us supplies after they send the first piece of supplies, the first batch. We're gonna have something whipped up for them for things that we could need for the next supply run. That way we can be set up for this. If it wasn't made apparent before, we are not working on behalf of the council. We are completely on our own, and this to the council, should anybody find out, is just a rogue group. So we don't really have backup unless things go sideways horrendously.
Even if they go sideways, they're just gonna let us die.
Yeah. What Wyatt said.
Honestly, I think if it goes sideways, the entirety of the mines will be coming to burst down those doors to get me back. So we might have a little bit of help.
That would be nice. Again, we only spoke with Ida and Anders, and both those two said that they wouldn't have anybody get involved in our behalf. So should Manistrad. Fuck, I was right the first time. Fucking idiot. Should Manistrad catch wind of maybe something going south, I would hope that they send backup.
If
Go ahead, Wyatt.
sorry to interrupt you there, Milo. If you're not mentioning the sweetest part of the deal. If we somehow take control of this ghosty sea boy, they will clean the ship and rename it and give it to us.
They did mention that
That would be sick.
as payment for this second portion, the second leg of our adventure. We've already done enough to earn the gold in clearing this place out. But Anders did say that if we can go through with this, stop whatever's going on with the sea ghost, that they would give it to us, and wipe it of its bad name, that being the sea ghost, and maybe spruce it up a little bit so it doesn't resemble. So 8 days time, we have a lot of time to plan, a lot of time to talk, a bit of time to figure out supplies that we might need for a mission like this. And maybe time to figure out what's behind door number 1 over there.
What if... Oh, okay, wait. What if we all managed to hide somewhere else in the house after they all begin to enter, and your unseen servant came and took the bar off the door and let them deal with this with skeletons? And then it kind of helps take out either side, you know?
I don't know. Brian doesn't really do that kind of thing.
All he has to do is remove the bar.
I don't think he'd be up. I don't
Could someone
think
mage hand it?
I don't think he'd be up for
Or-
that. Brian's a little.
Or sneak?
He's a little bit. His tasks are a little bit more specific.
Well, I could take it and fly. I think that would be a really cool idea to have them fight each other for us.
I
I
second
think
that.
we're thinking a little bit too far ahead.
Well, I almost just got taken out by a couple of mosquitoes, so I don't know that we could take on an entire smuggling ship.
Who said we got to do that?
How else will we clear out the ship?
We could. Well, Sambalette knows most about this ship than anyone else that we know. So if that's the case, then we better try to get as much information about these folks as we can out of good old Sandy Boy over here.
Well, I'm an open book, as I said. Tell me what you want to know, and I'll hopefully be able to help you.
Probably the most important question that just popped into my mind. When we take the rowboat to meet them to swap goods or whatever the case may be, the people that take the rowboat over there end up on the ship, or is it just a meeting out in open water?
Well, they go beside the ship. The goods are loaded onto the rowboat, and it's kind of a mixed bag. We could go up on the ship and grab them ourselves. It really depends. So, I'm sure they would be open and not suspect anything if you pulled up alongside and simply waited for things to be loaded, though they may ask you to come up. And the opposite could be true. You could make your way up and start helping to unload, and they either could question it or not question it. So, really, the options are open, though they won't be suspicious if you attempt either.
And is there a captain of the ship?
There is, yes. Though some of them, depending on if they're all there, there's a bit of a hierarchy. Let me get you those names really quick. Do. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm so stupid. Sorry, give me 30 seconds just to get this right.
Actually, do you mind if we take a quick break?
Sure, go ahead.
Just need the washroom. I'm hungry.
Yes. Well, amidst the crew, there are 4 particular figures that stand out. There is the captain. His name is Captain Snake Eyes. And he's an older gentleman and a bit ruthless. And then they have the first mate. Typically, he'll be the one that you deal directly with, as he also helps to unload. I've only known him as Bloody Bjorn. Next, there is the bosun. I've only seen her once, and she was at the bottom of the ship, inside. And lastly, they have...
Bosun.
Yes, there's a bosun.
What is that?
Well, she handles quite a few jobs. Mostly, she oversees the crew.
Shouldn't you know that as a sailor?
I was asking out of character. He responded in character.
Oh. And lastly, and likely the most dire for you to hear about, is every time they come, they always have what they call their deck wizard. Only know them as Punketa.
Repeat
You
that?
want to spell that, Frank?
Punketa. It's Punketah.
Oh my god, I got every letter correct except for I left out the H.
Yes, it's silent at the end. If
That
you're
was
taking your bird scratch notes. Yes.
Was that the bosun? That was the name of the bosun?
The bosun's name is Frithoth.
Jesus.
Oh my god, Frank, what? Spell that. God damn it.
Frithoff. Also known as Foul Frithoth. And she is that.
Fucking names. Foul Friffoff. Bosun Foul Friffoff.
I'm surprised that the deck wizard doesn't have a little bit of like an allegory going on with his name, like Punchy Pacantath, whatever the hell his name is, you know?
Yes, they just call him the deck wizard. He's a wizard, and he's usually on the deck. Quite handy.
All right.
So what are we thinking? I don't think you're planning on going in there and killing everyone, are you?
No.
Oh. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping you would say you were going to, but...
I think I might have a little bit of a better idea than that.
Okay, I'm
Care to
listening.
explain?
Yeah.
I don't exactly feel comfortable sharing it quite yet. But let me stew on it a little bit. I need to see if this thing works out. Essentially, I want to take control of the ship.
Take control.
Don't need to kill nobody. I would like to become captain of the ship. Not me. I'll disguise myself. Captain
Oh,
Snake
I
Eyes.
can do that too. I could be the first mate.
Well,
You don't want me as part of the plan, do you?
no, sweetheart. It's not that. It's I could just do it for a little bit longer than.
In this plan, Wyatt, you said you wanted to stew on it for a little bit. Have you... Maybe Sambalette can chime in on this too, but have you thought about how we would even go about swapping places with you and Captain Snake Eyes? Is there thought process behind that part just yet, or are we working our way backwards?
Let's put it this way. In that sentence, like halfway through the sentence, Wyatt's face changes to Grix's face and sounds exactly like Grix.
Same height or?
Just his face changes.
Gotcha. Oh.
And then he continues as his face changes back to normal. I don't think we'll have really that much of an issue changing from point
Are
A.
you
to
the
point B.
convincer?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, you have me convinced. Wait a second.
I think I have a good idea what the convincer might be.
Wait, what is that?
Example, did any of the people you mentioned, were they the convincer? Did they come out? Did they convince you? Was it the bosun? Was it the deck wizard? Or was it just some random person?
I can assure you it was neither of them. This person, this creature, was unidentifiable. But I can tell you for sure, just in demeanor, it was the only thing that stuck between each iteration. And none of the interactions, despite how unpleasant or pleasant they were with any of those crew, were anything like the brutality expressed even in the tone of voice of this person.
Milo, how did you do that?
Wyatt.
Wyatt, how did you do that?
Do what?
Damn it. Change just your face?
It's not just my face. You'll see, just like in his chair, like the clothing kind of collapses on him, and he like from the overcoat he just like peeks through, and he's Grix underneath completely. He's like,
How are you doing this?
same height as Grix. Just hides the overcoat and comes back out as like, grows back into his coat.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite useful, I think.
I can turn into things as well for a short time. I don't know. I haven't tried it before,
This is,
but
for me, this is permanent. I can do this all day, and you just see his face changes from one face to another face, to another person, to another person, to a dockhand, to a barkeep, to, like people in Saltmarsh,
This
just to Ida Owlin, to Galen Primor, are literally just like face to face to face.
that is so cool. Holy shit. Can
Yeah.
you teach me how to do that?
Gotta be L'Oreal, sweetheart. Gotta be born with it.
That's fucking...
That's Maybelline.
Gotta be more like Burger King, you know. I'm
That's McDonald's.
That's the.
That's the point.
That's funny.
that is the point.
Oh my god.
From A to Z,
Hilarious.
Google, you know.
Wyatt, that's fantastic. I think that is going to be paramount in the success. But again, if the end goal is to have you play the part of captain, now we need to work backwards and fill in the gap to where we are here. Because if two captains are just walking around the ship, I can't imagine things are going to end well, right? So we would need to... Do you have a plan already thought up or an idea of how we get rid of the real to implant you as the fake?
I do have a plan. Now, the rest of which I don't feel entirely comfortable with revealing quite yet. But I need a volunteer. Okay. I don't know if you know what you're volunteering for, but Feyorn, I'm gonna need a little bit more of some of that wishful sleeping mother remedies.
Do I have some on me, Frank? Or do I have to go get it? Do you want me to
No,
roll?
I'll say actually, you know what? That is a great idea. Roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you just happen to have one vial of it on you.
The mushrooms? That's what you wanted, right? Mushrooms?
Sorry, you wanted mushrooms?
Right, Simo?
No, he said sleeping remedy.
Sleeping vial, like at the first session.
You know, you've been helping my mom.
Oh,
get nice
yeah.
rest.
Okay.
I need a couple more of those.
Yeah, I got one. And be like, but first, how do we know that Wyatt is the real Wyatt?
Also, something I was going to ask, maybe in a more intimate moment, show me the real you.
Sorry.
That's for a later time. I don't know none of y'all that yet. That well.
Wait, so
not yet.
is this not the real you? Who's this guy?
Who was this guy?
I'll let you guys think up your imagination. One day I'll show you, but today is not that day. Hopefully you can respect that.
I'll hand you the vial.
So, one of the captains out of commission. Right? And then I'll take place as captain. Then what? Maybe we just pull in the sea ghost into the Saltmarsh dock, and the guards arrest the whole ship.
Oh, that's a good idea. Someone might catch on at that point, though.
And
If you're just pulling into a regular port.
I don't think that getting control of the ship is going to be that difficult. I'm being honest. What
Worst
we do,
case,
what
if-
we do after that is going to be the tough part.
Worst case, I believe that myself helping you out, whatever I'm volunteering for, I can be your escape route.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Do we feel that taking the ship to port in Saltmarsh lacks the discretion that the council expects of us?
Maybe we could find a different port and they could meet us there.
They don't even want to meet us here.
Yeah, they are hands off.
What a bunch of...
What? Are you going by yourself, or are we coming with you?
Onto the ship?
Yeah.
Well, here's
You
the
can
way
do it
that
by
I
yourself.
I think I need a volunteer, at least. So what I was thinking is we need a point person in the mansion with Sambalette. At least.
Yeah.
We need somebody on the outside gathering information about what they're doing in the mansion, around the mansion. Maybe Feyorn, that's you. If you can be a little spidey, something. Little rat.
Invisible.
I don't know what you could do. Eat a mushroom, become a flower. I don't know.
I could do
But
that.
I feel like you're the best reconnaissance that we've got.
I can eat a mushroom.
I can do that. I can turn into like a rat or something and follow them around.
Yeah,
You
that'll
can be
be
invisible.
because we like
Oh,
if
yeah.
this plan gets botched, we need a little bit of information at least. What they're doing with these people. Like if we need to go to plan B where Peaches flies me out, at the very least get information about what's going on.
Peaches, I hope you don't mind me sharing. Sorry, the fish is spicy. The seasoning. Do you still? You should, I would imagine, still have the potion of invisibility. I had given you, unless you used it during your escapade when we were leaving the first time.
Wait. Where do I have that? I thought I remembered writing that down. It's not in my inventory, but maybe I put it in my notes.
The potion?
Yeah.
You've got it. You can just add it to your inventory.
Okay. Oh, I forgot I had that. I apologize. Yes, I do have that.
So that it's just another tool in our toolkit.
I don't think we'll need it.
Okay.
At least not for Peaches. I can get Peaches onto that ship with ease.
I mean, I guess you know ships better than any
But
of us
once
here.
I'm on, if I need to do some sneaking around, I could use it.
Maybe.
Well, Sanballat, the exchange, ship to shore, shore to ship. Typically, how many bodies is that? 4, 4, 3, 3. What is the usual?
Anywhere between 2 to 4, depending.
Okay.
We've had all kinds of situations, depending on how many crew we have in our building at any given time. If we have 8 of us, well, then 4 will go on the ship. If we only have 4, then only 2. That way we can still have some people left here. So it's quite flexible. They're not really expecting us to be, no pun intended, but running a tight ship as they are.
So maybe the potion can just be a way to get a third on with you guys, undetected and unnoticed. It's just there as an option, obviously. And if I don't know how much I should be sharing, but Ida is the one who lent me the potion before we got started in all of this. So that might be something that we can request in our request for supplies, which obviously we have time, but I think they said within the next couple of days somebody should be coming out here with supplies, and we'll be expecting a list from us. So that's also something that we have to piece together.
All right, let's
see if Nestled has any more of those explosives.
That could. I mean, what are the chances that
Worst case, we sink the ship?
We sink the ship and Anders sticks to his word and says, you know, in prettying it up and changing it from Sea Ghost to, you know, the Mossy Mariner.
All right, I've got it. Here's the plan. First, it's a good idea to ask for more potions of invisibility. If that's a possibility, that'd be awesome.
Sure.
Second, Feyorn might need a couple more of those potions. Maybe at least one more. So if you can ask for some more mushrooms, I don't know who you got, or you can forage them yourselves.
I'd have to go.
Yes.
I'd have to go find them. Check. I can do that.
We got a week. It's just a mushroom. I'm sure you could. You got it. You need one more. All right, here's the plan. Now thinking about what Milo said about getting onto this ship, I realized I may have to be the one that's invisible. It's not necessarily a requirement, but it would help. It would make things a lot easier. And I'll still bring Peaches on board with me. Don't worry about that part yet. We'll get to that part later. Maybe Milo, Grix, they do the back and forth. Sambalette stays behind. Feyorn's flying around like a crow or a vulture, keeping an eye on things. Once the ship...
I can't fly.
You're a spider, you're a rat, you're a sunflower, I don't care what you are. You're doing the scouting. You're Mr. Scouter. Once you're... What can you turn into?
Like, well, if I'm gonna scout, like, yeah, I can turn into a spider, a rat, a frog, a cat, a bat. You know?
Can you be a fish?
Yeah, I can be an octopus.
Can you already?
What's
Yep.
the fastest fish you can be right now?
Probably an octopus.
This motherfucker really wants to be an octopus.
I don't know if octopuses are quite fast.
He can definitely be an octopus.
Maybe they're fast.
I can't be a
I'm
fish.
just checking.
I could be a frog. Or a seahorse, but I don't think I'd be very helpful as a seahorse.
Oh, no, I don't think so. All right, let's think this through. All right. I have to
I
do a
could be-
little bit of Jenga. What I'm thinking is once Feyorn is done with the scouting, maybe turn into a little Spidey, hop into a pocket with one of the crewmates,
Turn invisible.
sneak into the ship as a little Spidey, carrying all these goddamn explosives. Then you're... We just Trojan horse that motherfucker. What you do is Spidey your way to the bottom of the ship.
Gunpowder barrel.
Why
Nice.
is this the second time that I have portrayed a bird getting into a ship to go to the bottom to blow it up?
What you'll do, Feyorn, is you'll lay the foundation for Plan B. Things go awry. The bottom will be laid with these explosives, potentially from Anastrad, and we'll make some sort of battle cry or some kind of call to initiate Plan B, and get you out of there somehow. Maybe you Spidey your way to the top. I don't know. I'm thinking Plan A, take control of the ship. I mean, maybe we can combine these goddamn plans together. If the crew goes to sleep, we can just blow it up and dipski.
With the crew on top, on the ship, on top.
Yeah, take control of the ship. Tell them, hey, take it easy. We're gonna set sail for unnamed island number 1. You guys take 5, take a nap, and we just blow it up.
I don't know that we should kill them all. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's just leave the child abductors to live. That's fine. That's all right.
Leave them to face
Wait.
justice.
What if they have people on the boat?
What if they're the same as Sambalette and they've been also convinced?
Sambalette, what do you think?
Well, this is all getting very serious very quickly. I suppose well, I don't really know. I feel something for the crew, not personally that I've met any of them, but I had my own crew, of course, and you know, they're just kind of along for the ride. They just happen to not be leaders, so they're in the role that they're in, and they're doing what they're told. However, what they're being told to do, and doing without question, it seems, is trafficking human beings. And so perhaps I could be convinced that overlooking their demise is in fact reasonable and just in itself.
I would prefer if we didn't kill anybody. And if that means if the lesser of two evils, if we have to go to the extremes, I don't know. Not that it,
strand them.
yeah, not
Still blow up the ship.
if it, yeah, it doesn't make it any better, but yeah, forcing them into or off the ship or something of the sort, or seeing if we can't do our best to rid the area of anybody before we make do with the explosives. I don't think it's our place to again play judge, jury, executioner. Bad people are bad people, and they'll get theirs, but yeah, it also wouldn't look great if for whatever reason this gets back to the city of Saltmarsh that we've been working with the council, and the council has been working with murderers.
And I can't remember who said it, maybe Milo. That is a good point about what if there are people on the ship? Innocent people who are being smuggled.
Yeah, Feyorn said that is true. That's a possibility.
I'll say this. One, I'm thinking of ideas. Two, I don't care what we do. We can even cancel this and forget the ship. Doesn't seem feasible in the eyes of our group. I mean, at the end of the day, we did the mansion task. That's all that matters, right? Number three, probably the rude awakening that both of y'all need. Do you think that you're going to be able to stop every battle and say, I don't want to be judge, jury, and executioner? You think you're going to talk down to every goblin, negotiate peace every single time? It's not going to be possible. Every bad guy you meet is only going to get meaner from here on out. Sambalet's 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000 maybe. I'm not saying we should kill him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm providing alternatives and providing ideas. Especially if we can make this job easy. I'd rather not die. I got things to do. And I don't think any of y'all would rather die either. So, either way, it doesn't matter to me. But you can't walk through this life without ending some.
I disagree with the last bit of that sentiment there, and I'm not naive to think that, you know, there won't be bloodshed, but I will,
If it's possible.
yeah, I will do my part to try to keep us from getting to that.
I believe in giving second chances the same way that I was given a second chance.
As was I. As were you, Wyatt. And as was Grix.
I think Feyorn's just been perfect from day one.
But I'm on board. If we could, again, do our darndest to keep from taking any lives, whether it be explosion or no explosion, captain or no captain. I mean, we're in this deep. If we have...
I already took out 4 people in one go, so I'm not against it. It's just I prefer to possibly show mercy as needed, as possible.
Yeah, I think we're also in a position where we have kind of come as far as we have, that if we just let the sea ghost go, knowing what the going-ons are we any better? And obviously, some of you might try to turn a blind eye to it and could walk away from this situation, but I definitely hold myself to a higher standard than Sanballat. No offense, Sanballat, but this is not something I want to just turn my back on.
All right, then. Let's just cancel the whole thing. What we'll do instead is we can just do a reconnaissance. Get the information back to the council.
Well,
and let
I
them
just think that
decide.
there's possibility of other way we can go about it. No plan is going to be perfect. I don't want to leave those people to that fate. I would like to save them if possible, but I don't want to.
And we could save them 2 months from now.
Those people might not be the same ones then. Those people might.
They certainly will not, by the way. Just to be clear.
And Anders said we could do reconnaissance for the first one. I'd be able to
I think
get a little bit more
there's a
forward
way.
for the second month.
I think there's a way we can do it at this time. But I mean, like we showed with the other 2 guards there, and Sanballat himself, this is a very precarious situation because of the condenser. We don't know how many of those people are being forced into it or maybe kidnapped themselves as well and were smuggled but struck a deal to be part of the crew. We don't know. It's just if we can save as many people as possible and lead them to face their own justice as needed, I would prefer that to killing. I am not opposed to killing, but I would prefer to at least try.
I've already scrapped that idea. I forgot what we were talking about. I don't care either way. It sounds to me that maybe you guys could sleep at night. We do reconnaissance for the first one. Get all the information we need, because what does that mean for the second time around? It means that we can deal with them better.
But we let those people go to their fate this time.
Yeah, it gives them another round or so of this human trafficking that they're doing.
Oh, and if you don't mind my chiming in, it's not that you'll be turning a blind eye. You'll be participating, whether you like it or not. You will be trafficking those people. If you want your reconnaissance, you're going to have to participate, because I don't have a crew. And if I don't have a crew, well, they're going to question me and likely kill me, and whoever else shows their face. So if it's just the 5 of you, well, we're going to at least need to show 3 to let them know that this operation can still function as they see fit, and you will need to participate. And let me assure you that the first time that you offload a human being or any other creature or species, it doesn't feel great. You don't sleep that first week. You just think of their eyes. You lay in bed and you think of their eyes as they look at you as a potential source of hope.
I can't do that.
I can't do that either. I think we infiltrate with Wyatt's trick here. I think we stick to what our plan A was, minus the explosions. We see if we can't. I mean,
We can have that as an oh shit button.
yeah, I agree with that. As a kind of a last ditch. I mean, who's to say that if we don't take control of the captain in general, that the rest of the men and women on the ship aren't just gonna follow suit, right? Is that not how it works on a ship? You take down the captain and the rest will follow?
And the ones that don't walk the plank.
I can chime in a little bit on this. I know that they at least have a functioning hierarchy where if it's not the captain, then it will be the first mate. So it's not just one target that you'll be looking for. You'll need at least two, and even then, I'm not sure if the whole ship will surrender. Hopefully, they will, but I can't be sure. It sounds like you all have an incredible decision to make.
We don't even have our whole party here.
Well, at least we got time.
Yeah, we got time. Yeah, Feyorn.
For now, let's try and put together a list of supplies we might need.
Agreed. I think we have a few days to sit on this, and based off of the supplies that we get, we can see if our plan will or won't change. Who knows? We might not even get explosives or potions of invisibility, whatever they are. So yeah, let's work on our list, and we'll go from there.
I think that might actually be a good place to call it, because you guys can kind of take the downtime to think about. I mean, it's almost like D&D homework, but like you know, you'll have more time to think about what you actually want.
Can
and you're kind of
rest?
yeah. Well, yeah, you can long rest 8 times if you want.
8 times.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
yeah. Because what we will be doing, certainly depending on what you guys want to do, there's going to be some pretty serious time skips depending on how you guys want to go about the next 8 days. But effectively, you're just preparing for what's to come. So next time around, you know, you guys can have your characters long rest and sleep on it, and then we'll be all refreshed and ready to go next time. Maybe Grix will still be in the woods. We have no idea, but we'll find that out. We'll find that out next week.
Can I, before we end,
Yep.
can I sit with the hat for some time and
You want to
try and
identify?
figure out what it is?
Sure. You know what? I'll say you can do
And
the
just-
same with the dagger.
I was gonna say someone else can do the dagger while I do the hat.
Sure.
Feyorn or something.
Whoever wants to volunteer for that.
I'll do it.
Okay. So then, when we come back, you will know that. Where did I put that stupid thing? Come on now.
Come on now.
So stupid. Well, just give me 30 seconds.
Dude, my fucking cat is absolutely